Capstone 4, Minneapolis, Minnesota. On average, cities around the world are 2.9 degrees Celsius hotter than surrounding areas, exacerbating the problem of climate change. Coined as the Urban Heat Island (UHI) effect, this increase in temperature is due to a combination of land use policy and resulting anthropogenic impact. Since cities use a large amount of asphalt and concrete, the heat gain is due in part to building infrastructure. Cities are also characterized by other increased anthropogenic heat sources, including carbon emissions due to the density of personal and public transportation and high concentration of aerosols and other greenhouse gases. Adding to this is the problem of population growth within cities. Currently, over 81% of the United States population resides within cities. With population growth comes urban sprawl. Urban sprawl creates significant changes in the surrounding habitat as development destroys forests and other natural ecosystems that are naturally carbon sinks and changes the albedo of the environment. UHI is multiplying the climate change impact in cities across the country, and the Midwestern city of Minneapolis, Minnesota is no exception. Minneapolis is the largest city in the state and is also experiencing a 12.2% population growth since 2010. Minneapolis has added over 64,000 housing units over the past 9 years. Even worse, more than 75% of the city's residents live in areas where zoning restrictions only allow single-family residents or small multi-family housing. Between population growth and zoning requirements, urban sprawl is exacerbating the effects of climate change and the UHI effects in Minneapolis, altering the natural ecosystem in the area and creating another issue that plagues more and more U.S. cities: homelessness. Minneapolis faces an affordable housing crisis, which is impacting the low-income segment of the population that do not have the resources to adapt to the effects of climate change or increasing property prices. Although the UHI effect and changing climate are not unique to the city, what is special about Minneapolis is how they are choosing to solve the crisis. One of the biggest elements to combat the effect of climate change and the UHI is land use policy. Minneapolis recently passed a radical rezoning proposition entitled Minneapolis 2040 that is specifically oriented to tackle climate change, population density, clean energy, and housing affordability. Minneapolis 2040 is very progressive, emphasizing how cities should be tackling climate challenges and population growth. The plan alters current zoning restrictions to increase population density and decrease urban sprawl, with higher high-rises and triplexes, changing areas that were once zoned for single-family homes. Goals of Minneapolis 2040 include affordable access to housing, a healthy, sustainable, and diverse economy, a clean environment, and climate change resilience. Minneapolis is facing population growth, energy consumption, land use, and climate change problems with solutions for a sustainable future.